Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharifa and today I'm finally doing the highly requested video, the reversible corset bustier tutorial. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Don't forget to like. So these are the measurements you need. You need your bust measurement, your waist measurement, your nipple to nipple measurement, and the length you want it to be. I want it cropped, so I choose 7 inches. And we're going to do some math here. So we're going to take the bust measurement, divide that by 2, and we're going to get 16.5. That is for the whole front. So we're going to subtract 2 from it, which you're gonna know why later. We're gonna get 14 inches, and we're gonna also divide that further by 2 to get a quarter of it, and we're gonna get 7.25. And we're gonna get the nipple to nipple measurement, divide that by 2, and we get 3, and we're gonna subtract the 3 from our initial 7.25, and we're gonna get 4.25. And for the back, we are going to take our initial 16.5, divide that by 4, and we get the measurement for the back. So these are the measurements for the 4 pieces that we need. We're going to add 1 inch seam allowance, and I get this. You can add more seam allowance if that's what you want. So you're going to need 2 prints and some tape, rulers, and some bonings. I use a stitch-on boning and some stiff or interfacing, the hardest type you can find, and you're gonna need some scissors and some sewing supplies. So we're gonna cut 4 rectangles with this measurement. You can screenshot here. So we take the 2 front pieces. I dropped the first one, the smaller one, which is the middle piece, by 1/2 inch, so it's 1/2 inch shorter than the side pieces, and then I draw the shape I want for the boob area, and then we cut it. Now we drop the back a bit. Later I did cut it down a bit because it was a little too high, but it's up to you whether you want the back to be very low or high. You just drop it a bit. Now I draw my waistline, and on my waistline I am going to draw dots, and the size of the dots depends on the difference between your bust measurement and your waist measurement. So my bust, for instance, was 33 and the waist was 25 inches, and so the difference is 8. So I take in dots which should add up to 8 inches. So we are reducing the waist area up to 25. So this is how my dots look like, and I'm gonna cut them, and this is how it looks after I cut them. So that's it, we are done with the pattern. We are going to duplicate it, and all the pieces are cut on fold, so we always cut it by folding the fabric before cutting, and this is it. We have the second piece, and now we're going to join all the pieces together, and then I open up the seam and iron them flat. I do the same for the other print as well. I later realized that it's a little bit bigger after measuring, so I took out 1/2 inch from both sides. Now this is the fun, not so fun part. We're gonna make the cups. So first I place that on a paper, and then I trace it up and mark where the seam is, and also mark where towards the side seam is. Here I realized that the pencil was a terrible idea, but don't worry, there's gonna be a close-up version. So here it is. So after tracing, I marked some dots, and this is what a seam is, and it's 3 centimeters wide, and then to the top is 7 centimeters. I also expanded it a bit to make up for the top part. Yeah, so that's basically it. I think it's quite self-explanatory. So I'm gonna add 1 centimeter seam allowance all around it, cut it up, and when we are cutting, we're gonna add some seam allowance to the to the middle part. Sorry, we cut them up, 2 of each in each fabric, and then that's it. We fuse in the interfacing, and we are almost done with the cups. We're going to join them up, and they're looking good. So I stitched down the seam to secure it a bit more. We are now going to attach it by aligning the seams and then stitching all the way down. So now we're going to join the 2 pieces together. We pin the top part and then stitch it all the way. I just cut some notches just so it lays flat when I turn it over. Now I'm going to turn it and iron it flat. It is always important to always iron your seams down. It makes your work look so much better. So now I am going to fold in about 1/2 inch, which is my hem, and also this side also I'm going to fold in about 1/2 inch and press it down. I'm going to create some boning channels by stitching down on the seam and about 1/2 inch at the side, and this is how it looks like after I create all my boning channels, and that's how the back looks like. So I'm going to create hoops by using cotton buds, and we are going to attach them to the back piece, and that's going to be our closure. Now it's time to add our bonings. I'm using a stitch on boning. I'm inserting it. You don't have to stitch on it, but there are types of bonings. There's a stitch on boning, which is the same as this black one here, and some are a little bit wider than the others, but it's all the same. And there's this rubber or plastic one that you can't stitch on, and there's also a metal one which I can't find here in Ghana, but that's actually the best. So we cut the bonings slightly shorter than the length of the channel, and we are going to have to seal the tips a bit because they can unravel. You can use masking tape as I am doing here, or you can also burn it a little bit with any lighter or a candle like I'm doing here. My voice is a little bit because I just woke up. It's like 3 a.m. in Ghana. That's the only time you get a quiet space to record a voice like that. So sorry if I sound a little bit. So we're done adding our bonings. It's looking great. We are almost done. So now we're going to stitch on top all the way, and then also at the bottom part. And here we are, we're done, and here is the final look. I am in love with it. Please tag me if you try this, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. See you some other time.